Hello and welcome to English Lane. Today we bring you the complete life story of Mahatma Gandhi, the man who led India's freedom struggle with the power of non-violence and truth. This is not just history, it is a lesson for life. Through this long and detailed journey, you will improve your English listening skills, comprehension, and pronunciation while learning about one of the greatest leaders of the modern world. Now, let's begin our journey. Mahatma Gandhi was born on October 2, 1869 in the coastal town of Porbandar in present-day Gujarat, India. His full name was Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. His father Karamchand Gandhi served as the Diwan or Chief Minister of Porbandar and was known for his honesty and practical wisdom. His mother Putli Bai was deeply religious, spending long hours in prayer, fasting regularly and following strict vows. From his mother, young Mohandas absorbed the values of piety, truthfulness, and self-discipline. He grew up listening to stories from the Ramayana and Mahabharata, the tales of King Harishchandra, who sacrificed everything for truth, and Shravan Kumar, who devotedly served his blind parents, left lasting impressions on him. As a boy, Gandhi was shy and introverted. He did not excel in school but was known for his honesty and obedience. Later, in his autobiography, The Story of My Experiments with Truth, Gandhi wrote that truth and morality became the guiding principles of his life. At the age of 13, Gandhi was married to Kasturba, who was also a teenager. Their marriage was arranged, as was the custom of the time. This early responsibility shaped Gandhi's character. Over time, Kasturba would become not just his wife but also a partner in his social and political struggles. By his late teens, Gandhi had developed a curiosity for the wider world, preparing him for a new journey that would take him to England. In 1888, at the age of 18, Gandhi travelled to London to study law at the prestigious Inner Temple. For a young boy from Gujarat, this was a dramatic change.
London was a bustling city, filled with culture, technology, and new ideas. Gandhi struggled at first. His clothing, language, and manners made him feel out of place, but he was determined to adapt. He took lessons in English, French, and even dancing to better integrate into society. However, Gandhi also carried with him a vow he had made to his mother, under the guidance of a family friend. He would not eat meat, drink alcohol, or engage in immoral behavior. In London, he faced challenges keeping this vow, but he discovered vegetarian restaurants and joined the Vegetarian Society, where he met people who influenced his thinking about food, health, and ethics. It was during this time that Gandhi began reading widely on religion and philosophy. He studied the Bhagavad Gita, which became his lifelong spiritual guide. He also read the Bible and works of thinkers such as Tolstoy, Ruskin, and Thoreau. These readings shaped his philosophy of truth, simplicity, and service to humanity.
By 1891, Gandhi had qualified as a barrister and returned to India. But he soon discovered that his career in law was not going to be easy. Back in India, Gandhi struggled to establish himself as a lawyer. He was shy and found it difficult to speak confidently in court. After a few unsuccessful attempts, he considered giving up his legal career. In 1893, an opportunity came. Gandhi was offered a contract by an Indian merchant firm, Dada Abdullah and Company, to work in South Africa on a legal case. Little did Gandhi know that this journey would transform his life and make him a leader of global significance. When Gandhi arrived in South Africa, he immediately faced the harsh reality of racial discrimination.
One night, while traveling by train from Durban to Pretoria, Gandhi was seated in the first-class compartment with a valid ticket. A white passenger objected to his presence, and despite Gandhi's protests, he was thrown out of the compartment at Pietermaritzburg station. That cold night, sitting alone at the station, Gandhi made a vow. He would fight against injustice and discrimination, not with violence, but with truth and nonviolence. This incident marked the beginning of his transformation from a timid lawyer to a fearless leader. Gandhi soon discovered that Indians in South Africa lived under humiliating laws. They were forced to carry passes, denied property rights, and faced constant insults.
In 1894, Gandhi founded the Natal Indian Congress to unite Indians and demand civil rights. Over time, he developed his philosophy of satyagraha, meaning the force of truth. Unlike traditional resistance, satyagraha rejected violence and emphasized courage, patience, and moral strength. Gandhi organized petitions, protests, and negotiations. He encouraged Indians to remain united and uphold dignity. During his years in South Africa, Gandhi experimented with a life of simplicity. He established the Phoenix settlement near Durban in 1904, where people lived collectively, growing food and practicing equality. Later, he also started Tolstoy Farm, named after his spiritual mentor, Leo Tolstoy. Here Gandhi, his family, and followers lived a life of discipline, simplicity, and self-reliance. By the time he left South Africa in 1914, Gandhi had become an international figure. He had transformed from a struggling lawyer into a leader who had discovered the power of nonviolent resistance. Gandhi returned to India in 1915, welcomed as a hero. But instead of rushing into politics, he spent time traveling across the country to understand the real condition of the people. He visited villages, observed poverty, and saw firsthand the exploitation of peasants by British rulers and landlords. Gandhi realized that India's freedom could only be achieved if the common people, farmers, workers, women, and the poor were involved in the struggle. One of Gandhi's first major movements in India was in Champaran, Bihar, in 1917. Farmers were forced by British landlords to grow indigo under oppressive conditions.
Gandhi went to Champaran, investigated the situation, and led peaceful protests. Despite being ordered to leave by authorities, he refused. His determination forced the British to make concessions, improving conditions for farmers. This victory established Gandhi as a leader of the masses. In Kheda, Gujarat, farmers suffered from crop failure and famine but were still forced to pay taxes. Gandhi, along with Sardar Patel, led a campaign urging farmers to refuse payment. The peaceful resistance eventually forced the government to suspend tax collection. Gandhi's reputation as a champion of the poor and oppressed grew stronger. By 1920, Gandhi launched the non-cooperation movement against British rule. He urged Indians to boycott British schools, law courts and goods, refuse British titles and honours, spin their own cloth on the charkha. This movement spread rapidly. Millions joined, making it the first truly mass movement in India's struggle for freedom. However, in 1922,
After a violent incident in Chauri Chaura, where protesters set fire to a police station, Gandhi immediately called off the movement, proving his unwavering commitment to non-violence. After the non-cooperation movement, Gandhi became the most influential leader of the Indian National Congress. Unlike earlier Congress leaders who mainly represented the educated elite, Gandhi brought farmers, laborers, women, and common people into the struggle. He encouraged Indians to wear khadi, unspun cloth, and reject foreign goods. The spinning wheel became a symbol of self-reliance and resistance. Gandhi also promoted Hindu-Muslim unity, social reforms, and the abolition of untouchability. During this time, Gandhi faced frequent imprisonment. Yet each time he went to jail, his moral authority grew stronger and people's faith in him deepened. One of Gandhi's most iconic movements was the Salt March of 1930. The British had imposed a tax on salt, an essential item for the poor. To challenge this unjust law, Gandhi announced a 240-mile march from Sabarmati Ashram to the coastal village of Dandi. Thousands of people followed him, and the world's attention turned to India. On April 6, 1930, Gandhi picked up a handful of salt from the seashore, symbolically breaking the British law. This simple act electrified the nation and became a turning point in India's freedom struggle. Following the Salt March, Gandhi was invited to London to attend the Second Round Table Conference in 1931. He travelled as the sole representative of the Indian National Congress. Although Gandhi passionately argued for Indian independence, the conference ended in failure. The British were unwilling to grant freedom, and internal divisions among Indian leaders made matters worse. On his return, Gandhi launched new protests and was soon imprisoned again. In 1932, while Gandhi was in prison, the British announced a plan to create separate electorates for the so-called untouchables, Dalits. Gandhi feared this would divide Hindu society permanently. He went on a fast unto death in Yerwada jail. This created a nationwide movement. Eventually, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar and other leaders reached an agreement with Gandhi, known as the Pune Pact. It provided reserved seats for Dalits within the general Hindu electorate instead of a separate system. This episode highlighted Gandhi's deep commitment to social unity. Throughout the 1930s, Gandhi refined and spread his philosophy of ahimsa, non-violence, and satyagraha, truth force. He believed that real strength comes not from weapons but from moral courage. According to him, non-violence is not weakness but the highest form of strength. Truth is the ultimate reality, and all actions must be guided by it. Simplicity, self-reliance, and service to humanity are the foundation of a moral life. Gandhi's ideas inspired not just Indians, but also global leaders such as Martin Luther King Jr., Nelson Mandela, and Cesar Chavez. During World War II, the British sought Indian support. Gandhi, however, declared that India could not remain enslaved while others claimed to fight for freedom. On August 8, 1942, at the Bombay session of the Congress, Gandhi gave the call for Quit India. His powerful message was, "We shall either free India or die in the attempt. Do or die." The British reacted harshly, arresting Gandhi and other Congress leaders. Yet the movement spread across India. Strikes, protests, and demonstrations erupted, shaking the foundations of British rule. During the Quit India period, Gandhi was imprisoned at the Aga Khan Palace in Pune. It was here that he faced personal tragedies. His beloved wife, Kasturba Gandhi, passed away in 1944 while in detention. This was a devastating blow to him. Despite personal loss, Gandhi remained steadfast. His health declined, but his spirit never weakened. As World War II ended, Britain was exhausted economically and politically. It became clear that they could no longer hold on to India.
Negotiations began, involving Gandhi, the Congress, and the Muslim League led by Muhammad Ali Jinnah. Gandhi passionately advocated for Hindu-Muslim unity and opposed the partition of India. Sadly, communal tensions grew and the demand for Pakistan became stronger. On August 15, 1947, India finally achieved independence after nearly 2 centuries of British rule. While the nation celebrated, Gandhi did not join the celebrations in Delhi. Instead, he was in Calcutta, working to stop communal riots between Hindus and Muslims. For him, true independence meant peace and unity, not just the departure of the British. The partition of India and Pakistan led to one of the greatest human tragedies in history. Millions were displaced, and communal violence killed hundreds of thousands. Gandhi worked tirelessly to restore peace. He walked through riot-torn areas, met with communities, and risked his life to bring reconciliation. When violence erupted in Delhi in 1947, Gandhi went on a fast unto death, demanding peace. Miraculously, the violence stopped. His moral power was greater than any army. In the final months of his life, Gandhi lived in Delhi, continuing his mission for peace and unity. Despite his efforts, he faced criticism from extremists who accused him of favoring Muslims. His insistence on non-violence and his call for India to release funds to Pakistan angered radical Hindu groups. On the evening of January 30, 1948, Gandhi was on his way to a prayer meeting in the gardens of Birla House, Delhi. As he walked slowly with the support of his grandnieces, a man named Nathuram Godse approached him and fired 3 bullets at point-blank range. Gandhi fell to the ground, his last words reportedly being, "Hey Ram, O God." The world was shocked. A man who had preached peace and love all his life was killed by hatred. The news of Gandhi's death spread quickly. Millions of Indians were plunged into grief. His funeral procession in Delhi was attended by over 1 million people. Leaders and citizens alike wept openly.
Around the world, tributes poured in. Albert Einstein said of Gandhi, "Generations to come will scarce believe that such a man ever walked upon this earth in flesh and blood." Gandhi's influence extended far beyond India. His philosophy of nonviolence inspired Martin Luther King Jr. in the American Civil Rights Movement, Nelson Mandela in South Africa's fight against apartheid, Lech Walesa in Poland's Solidarity Movement, countless ordinary people fighting injustice across the globe. The United Nations declared October 2, Gandhi's birthday, as the International Day of Nonviolence. Gandhi's life teaches us that truth and nonviolence are the most powerful weapons. Simplicity and humility are greater than wealth and power. Real leadership means serving others. One individual, guided by moral courage, can inspire millions and change history.
And this was the complete life story of Mahatma Gandhi, the man who led India's freedom with peace, the man who fought oppression with truth, and the man who continues to inspire the world even today. If you enjoyed this biography and want to continue improving your English through real-life stories of great leaders, make sure to
like this video, comment your thoughts, subscribe to English Lane for more inspiring content. Thank you for joining us on this journey.